Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UBH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up. We currently have the S&P's up 47, Dow is up 390, NASDAQ up 136. And oil is up $1.76 this morning. It's been oil was riding down a little bit. It was down. Now it's back up to 13. It was pushing up to the 13s, 14s last night, and then it dipped back down to the 10s, and now we're ripping back up. You know. What's going on, Keith, Mason, Hank, Cricket? What's going on, Slick? How we doing, Reggie? If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. All right. Now, I got some stocks I want to look at for my friend Mason here. He wants to look at AMD, Facebook, Netflix, and what was the other one? Snap. So Snap and Netflix I'll cover in a second. Facebook we will look at, and AMD we will look at right now. So Facebook's ripping obviously because of Snap and Snap strong revenues. Snap posted a, let's see, it's at 177 now. So the thing was without Snap earnings, this thing broke trend. It was pushing back down to like the 160 area yesterday. This broke trend really hard yesterday and closing at 170. However, now it's up to 177. So I do think this is going to probably run. It really needs to pop above the 180, 181 mark here because this is rejection area. It needs to pop above 181 to kind of run to the one. You know, pretty much could run all the way back up to like 195 area. I think. You know, but it could get demolished in earnings too. You know, who knows? I mean, Facebook's pretty strong, but the only reason why Facebook is reacting right now is due to Snapchat's strong earnings. So, AMD as well. Let's see here. AMD's popping up this morning, a couple dollars up, moved up with the rest of the market. I mean, NASDAQ's up pretty big. This had a hard reject right here, double top right here, really clean double top right up in here, hard rejection, and you know it's going long here. I think is dangerous. It might come back up here. It might try to, because I think the best case scenario for AMD right now is if it like consolidates and then pushes higher, because it doesn't look strong enough to push through. You know. If you're just joining, say what up. What's going on? Polo, Blue, Esteban, Hello, J-Cam, Lion. So that's what I'm thinking about AMD. Now I'm going to talk about some earnings. We're going to talk about what the market's doing right now, why it's up. Oh, thanks, Larry. Larry Kudlow says oil should rebound as the economy starts to reopen. Yeah, because people are consuming it. I mean, like, it's not like how is this a headline? You know, it's like, oh yeah, they're right. Oil is so low right now because nobody is consuming it. I mean, I fill up my tank once a month. I don't even know if that. You know, I don't go anywhere. You know. I mean, it's just crazy. Let's go on Dut. Faiz. Esteban. We love the cult. What the heck? Yo, Daniel, what's going on? But market's moving up. Senate strikes a deal. $484 billion package. So basically the PPP, the Paycheck Program, the Paycheck Protection Program, I don't know, it's kind of hard, the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, ran out of money. and they said, "Oh crap, we did the math wrong. Sorry guys, we got to go back." And they went and approved more, which I mean, I think is not really a big deal. I mean, we knew that they were going to do that anyways. They're going to offer an additional $75 billion for hospitals, another $25 billion for coronavirus testing, 320 billion for the Paycheck Protection Program, 60 billion which is set aside for small lenders. So hopefully struggling business right now, we're going to get their money, especially like restaurants, people like that aren't able to work. A lot of people are able to work, but people, especially, barbers, retail, restaurants, hotels, those kind of things, they're screwed. They're screwed. So it's expected to go to the House, as early as Thursday. So we'll see. They'll probably sign off and it'll go to Trump's desk before the weekend. But they need to get money into the hands of the small businesses, because small businesses actually employ a lot of America. Donald. So Donald, what he's talking about in the chat, what he's talking about in the chat here is right here. So we have our Trump bot here in the Discord, tracks Trump's tweets, but basically he says, "I have instructed the United States Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all Iranian gunboats if they harass our ships at sea." So might be why oil is jumping a little bit here. Seems a little coincidental to me, But the thing is, about war and struggling economies. Unfortunately, war can bring economies back out of a recession or a depression. I hate to say it, but just be careful. Be careful. If you're young, be careful. How long did it take to rebound in 2008? It took a long time. Well, like 3 years. But that was different. That was different. We weren't facing a pandemic. We were just, the banks effed up, and that was it. Yo, Micah, what's going on? I mean, the banks essentially failed doing their job, then got bailed out, and destroyed a lot of American lives. But I mean, to be fair, Americans were overspending. The banks were enabling it. I mean, yes, it's the bank's fault, but it's also the American people's fault for not living within their means. You're buying $1 million house and you only make $100,000 a year. It's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. However, housing prices were just off the chain. It was just ridiculous. It was. Tan made 40 on the day. Nice. Okay, so get into it. Get into the plays here. I'm probably going to be a little bit hurt. I'm short Snapchat. Kind of take you in here. I'm short Snapchat. I'm short XOP. XOP, I shorted that, but it looks like I'm getting squeezed out a little bit on XOP's pushing up to the 45 here. It's going to be above my limit, so I'm probably going to get stopped out here because XOP, I shorted it, thought I was going to drop down to like the 40 area yesterday. It just never did. It bottomed out at 42 XOP, bounced back up and ripped up at the end of the day. It was just incredible. So, I want to let it play. It could come up to like 46 and get rejected. It did get rejected down here, but the range is getting a little tight. I thought we were going to probably break down and go down to like the 38, 39 area. However, now it's pushing up towards 46. It's right now at 45.60, 45.50, which is the bid ask here. So it's just not. We'll see. It's pushing up. Well, we'll see what happens. I do have May 15th expiration, so I am 23 days away. So I'm not overly concerned, but we're going to have to see what we do here with XOP. I'm gonna have to defend it a little bit. Yo, Tommy, if you're just joining, say what up. Swati, Trevor, Danny. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. Mr. Morris, real estate banks allowing so many mortgage credit card. So the thing about the banks right now, they're tightening up their lending where they're requiring more of a down payment and a better credit score. So at least I feel like going through this crisis here, this pandemic, the banks are not loosening up. They're more like tight. They're tightening up so that things don't get a little bit out of control. Because I mean, if the banks fail, I mean, it's going to be a bad time. On top of the pandemic, on top of the job losses, on top of, I mean, you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. Mm-mm. I don't want that. We've seen it before. And I think for our generation, if you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s, for being a younger person, you've seen a lot of stuff happen. Like we've seen wars, we've seen huge terrorist events, we've seen great recessions, we've seen bank failures, now we're seeing a global pandemic. I mean, like, what is going on? Housing prices could come down though. One of the last dominoes of real estate falls. Yeah, I mean, I'm anticipating, the person across the street from me, she put her house on the market late last year, didn't sell. She put it on the market early this year, didn't sell, and then coronavirus hit, and she was an older woman. She just said, "Screw it, I'm out. I'm gonna rent this place out. And I'm gonna go live somewhere else." Like, you know. But yeah, let's look at Snapchat. Let's look at Netflix. Snapchat, we're gonna be a little bit hurt. Kind of stacked here with this week expiration and next week expiration. Kind of give you a better picture here. Let's get rid of some of this here. So for this week expiration, I do have an Iron Condor on, an at the money Iron Condor, and Snapchat. Okay, so we got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of this. Okay, so the only thing that's helping me is really high IV. If we can get right now, IV was set to like 329%. If we can get IV down to like 200%, let's just say we take it down 100% here. We're on this Iron Condor. We're still going to be struggling a little bit right now. It's pushing 15. Let's see. I have the right date in here. Yep. Okay, so I think if we can get a nice premium crush, premium could come in, and this Iron Condor I could get out probably around break even ish a little bit, maybe pay $10. But right now we're pushing, so I might be able to get out of this Iron Condor break even. I did have a naked put at 12.5. It's going to be a full loser, so we're going to be losing $80-$90 on that. So I'm going to get break even on the Iron Condor. And then for next week expiration, I did have a call spread. I was short, and at 15, let's just take this down 90%, bring it back to 100% IV, which is still 100% IV is relatively high. So just looking at this, we're probably going to be, this is where we're going to lose the most right here is on this call credit spread. But what I'm going to be doing for this call credit spread right now, I'm short the 13 strike calls, long the 16 calls for next week. Right now, I'm going to see what I got to do to defend this. Right now, Snap, where are we at? Right now, Snap is sitting at 15. This one's going to be losing, basically $182. So I'm going to be down like $250 on Snap at open. But I'm going to leave the call spread, kind of see what happens with it, and see if this can come down a little bit. Because if we look at Snap up here around, it's gotten past 14. I want to see what happens here at 15. We do have the 200-day moving average right now at 15.18. So depending on what happens up in here, if this try to pushes above it, I'll probably try to get out. But I'm gonna try to defend next week's spread. I do think there could be some profit taking here. It could come back down, but I mean, anything could happen. This could also push to 18 as well. Anything can happen to Snap. But looking like we're gonna be losing about 250 on Snap at open. Yo, William, what's going on? Let's see here. When would you recommend buying stocks? I mean, there's stocks of a great value right now. If you're willing, it depends on how long you want to hold. You know, I mean, I think the worst in terms of the financials are yet to come because the reports are lagging behind what is happening, and also the future is unknown because we don't know how long we're going to be locked in for. In Illinois, they're saying, hey, we could be locked down till June. In Chicago, if Chicago is locked down till June, I mean, Chicago is one of the biggest cities in the world, and if the economy here is not buzzing, I mean, we're it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. No house for me anytime soon. If interest rates spike, then plenty will come on the market. Yeah, I mean, it's basically impossible to pick the bottom. Like, it's impossible. For 11 years, people were calling a top. The top never came until eventually it did, obviously. But not the same thing. I mean, obviously the bottom is zero, but we can't go to zero. Hopefully we can't go to zero. If we go to zero, we're going to be a different country. But it's impossible to time the top and the bottom. So thanks, Trevor. What's going on, Daniel Ring? Why in the world is DAL going up? So you got Delta. We'll talk about Netflix in a second. Delta Airlines is going up because they're saying, I mean, they pretty much. I didn't trade it because I didn't know which way it was going to go, but I'm going to probably trade some of the other airlines depending on what happens here to Delta. I'm going to look to trade the other earnings so or similar, like I did with the banks. I played the banks the way that I've played all the banks, and it worked out pretty much every time except for Bank of America. Didn't work out, but we lost $16 on a naked straddle. But anyways, bottoming out here, Delta Airlines said that their cost cutting procedures have been working out. They were able to reduce their costs like in half, and they're also going to benefit from the CARES package to get some money in. So that's why they're moving up. I mean, their business is in shambles, but I don't anticipate it recovering back up to like 60 or anything like that. But right now it's trading at 24.40, which it's still at the bottom here. It really hasn't moved. I mean, it really needed to break above like 26 to get some momentum to the upside, but it just didn't happen. So, I mean, it still looks bad. I mean, Delta Airlines was expected to move $2.64, and it's so far within the expected move. It's only up 90 cents, so it's going to be a premium burn. Same with Netflix. Netflix was priced in. Netflix, blows away new subscriber expectations. But the reason why I didn't trade this is because I felt like this was going to happen. They were going to blow up. However, the other side of me was like, I really wanted to sell premium in Netflix because they already had a massive run, but apparently that massive run was priced in because actually Netflix is down right now. It's down about $3, so basically flat. It's down like $3. It was down like $9 earlier this morning when I was looking, but the company showed a huge uptick in new subscribers, which attributed to people staying at home. CEO Reed Hastings also praised rival Disney's execution in launching its new streaming service, Disney Plus, last fall. So, nice. That's nice of him. Let's see here. Wall Street was anticipating per share of $1.65 on revenue, $5.76 billion. However, it's difficult to compare reported earnings to analyst estimates for Netflix's first quarter as the impact of coronavirus pandemic on earnings is complicated to assess. So basically, they're saying this quarter far outpaced Q1 of last year, but because this year was so different, it's not a good comparison, not apples to apples comparison. However, this is what I like to trade on Netflix. Now, I didn't trade it, and I do trade Netflix after earnings a lot of times, depending on which direction it wants to go. Looks like it wants to move back up. Here, Netflix made a high of $4.85. It may want to retrace up there. I may hop on some calls for a day trade and try to push this back up to $4.85. I've made a lot of money trading the day after earnings on Netflix, based on the move it wants to go and playing the lows and the highs. I think the low right now is like 415, 416 area. High is 485. So if it stays in this range, will be a good day trade a good day trade opportunity because this has a $55 ceiling right now, and this could really pay out. Obviously, this move was priced in. Right now, the market is digesting that move. Let's see what happens at open, if there's going to be buyers or sellers. And for a play like this, I don't just want to hop right in and be like, oh, I'm going to be the first guy to buy a call or be the first guy to buy the put. I'm going to wait an hour or two, see if it starts to create some ranges, see what it wants to do, see what the stock wants to do, let it digest the earnings. You don't want to be the first guy to hop on, because that's a good way to get your face ripped off. So I'm going to be trying to put a day trade on Netflix today, but I'm going real low, real slow. I'm going to wait for an hour or two for the market to digest this news, but I'm thinking it's going to try to push back up to the 480 area. I don't think it's going to push up today, but it may push up to 450, 460. It may try to do that, or this thing just might crumble down and fall back down to 400. So that's the other thing. So you kind of have to. That's why with earnings, it's risky. Hop on the momentum after earnings. Hop on the momentum. It doesn't matter what the report says for a day trade. Try just to focus on the price. Try to focus on the momentum. Try to focus on which way it's going. Hop on, scalp a little bit, and make some money. I mean, I made $400 or $500 just doing that pretty much every quarter. That Netflix does that. If I don't trade the earnings, I look for a trade after earnings, and just hop on that. Just hop on that momentum. Right now, it's sitting at the bottom of the range, so it could push up. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of sellers at the open. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of buyers at the open. So that's why you got to wait for the price to kind of develop. You got to wait for the news to be digested. And also, if you buy within the first 15 minutes or even the first half hour after earnings, IV is going to be relatively high. That crush isn't going to happen yet. And also, for the first hour, this could literally just sit here too. We could sit here at 430, 440, just kind of pinging back and forth besides deciding what it wants to do. And while it's doing that, IV is going to drop way low. So you don't want to buy right at open, and IV is going to be really high still. You're going to want to kind of chill. You're just going to want to chill, Sure, you're going to leave some money on the table, but you're not, when you're trading options, you're never going to get the full bottom, the full top. People are oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. Yeah, if you could predict the future, if we all had a magic 8-ball, yeah, we should have done a lot of things. But if you can just get a piece of this, if you could just get a little piece, you can make 500, 1,000, 5,000, or 1,000, depending on what size you have. Do you think Snap is going to tank? I hope so. I hope so. I'm anticipating to go lower by Friday. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Christopher Wong, it really depends when they decide to take the IV out and the premium out. Sometimes it happens right at open. Sometimes it happens 10 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour into open. Sometimes they don't take volatility out till lunchtime. But they do take one thing that you will notice is they take volatility out. So what you want to look at here at open, and pay attention, this number right here. Right now it's at 160, 160%. 160% for this week, 112 for next week. When these numbers start to drop here is when you're going to start to realize that they're starting to take. That's when you'll know they're going to start taking premium out. But right now it's probably looking like I'm definitely not the only one with this trade idea. I guarantee it. A lot of traders right now, like me, are looking at this chart and are okay, we're looking at a day trade, and Netflix has a really nice $50 range here. We can pop this right open, make a couple bags, get out. So that's why implied volatility, I don't think it's going to be, I think this is a good setup for a day trade. Obviously, iron condors and stuff like that, people bought far out of the money, $500 calls, 350 puts. Those are going to be crushed instantly. But if you're playing right at the money, these right at the money, right now we're going for $23. These should probably be around, $10, $1,000 per option. They should be around 900 to $1,000 per option. Right now they're double. So if they can come down a little bit, if IV can come down to 100% versus 160%, we're gonna get some better prices. Yo, what's going on, Ariana? Yo, Tan, we talked about Facebook already. You gotta be careful. Facebook, you want to be careful with shorting it right now. My friend has 6K in calls on Facebook. Well, if don't play big if you can't back it up. You know what I mean? Like, don't trade like that. That's just people going to the casino and gambling, you know? And they're not real traders, you know? They're not traders. They don't understand. They just like, oh, I think this is going to go up. I think, how is that different than, oh, I'll pick red or black at the casino? It's no different. It's no different. Anything could happen. Netflix, I mean, and people are probably like, oh, Netflix, they beat earnings. Like, I don't understand why the stock's not moving, blah, blah, blah. Well, did you not buy a week ago? It's moved $100. You know? So, I hate to be a little bit harsh. I hate to be a little bit critical, but I don't feel bad for people that gamble. Like, if that's what you want to do with your money, do that with your money. But, you know, we're not going to enable gamblers. You know, we don't want to, like I was saying, this is a business. You know, this is not, you can gamble in the market, sure, but if you treat it like a business, you're going to be profitable over time. I mean, when you go to the casino, you may win a few times, but if you go every day for 30 days, I guarantee you're going to end up being down. If you play the slots and stuff like that. Maybe some people are good at poker and blackjack and stuff like that. Maybe. Not talking about cards. Just talking about the general slots, roulette, stuff like that. Now, same thing goes for the market. You may have some big wins. You may have some big wins gambling in the market, but eventually it's going to catch up to you and you're going to have less and less and less money. And that's what the market is designed to do. The market is designed to take your money, but you don't have to allow it to be. That's why trading is so hard. So if you treat trading like a business, set reasonable expectations, show up day in, day out, clock in, clock out, read the charts, watch for the price action, find opportunities, use proper risk management, you're going to make money over time. And it's hard. I know, I get it. It's hard to control yourself. You know, you see people out there making $50,000, $100,000. Even, you know, yesterday I made a $700. You know, you see people like that and you're like, oh, I only made $25 a day. Hey, it's way better than losing $25. We all have to start somewhere. People like myself, other people out there, they're making that kind of money because they have years and years and years of experience. They didn't just roll out of bed today and say, hey, I'm going to go make $100,000 in one trade on Netflix today. Okay, I'm going to come back. They didn't do that. They've been doing this 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, day in, day out. That's why they can make the money that they're making. They can scale up their risk. You know, if you're making $100 a day, congrats, and don't get greedy. Don't take that lightly. It's hard to make $100 a day as a new trader. Now you guys got me ranting over here. Not even 9 o'clock. Got me ranting. Mambo, trying not to gamble, trying to learn. I'm in a very small account, $40. Hey man, if you're trading options with $40, you need to bulk that up a little bit. You need $500 to $1,000, and that's a very small account. If you got $40, you got to be real careful. I hate to break it to you, but it's going to be very, very hard for you in these markets with $40. I mean, I think most accounts for a small account should be minimum 5K, because you're going to be wrong. And if you're wrong with $40, you're done. You know? I mean, that's the harsh reality. We're not here at Us versus Herd to enable people. We're here to help them to be successful traders. So that's why I'm a little bit harsh on people. You know what I mean? Like, not that I'm trying to be mean or discouraging. Maybe that's all you got. But if that's all you got, you know, I hate to, you know, go DoorDash, Uber Eats, save up some money, come back in, get the account popping. You know, work hard for your money. Like, none of this stuff was given to me. I work hard. We've been working hard last 15 years. You know, since I was in my teens, been working hard, grinding hard. Here we are. Paul, let's hope for the drawdown. Okay, markets open right now, so let's see what we got going on. Netflix flat. SPY is up 2%, $5, 278. Okay, so I'm down a little bit on Snap right now. Let's see what we got going on Snap. What's Snap doing? XOP wants to push. All right, Snap is chilling at 15 right now. So, Ariana. All right, so we got Netflix. Netflix is dropping a little bit here. Snap is holding at 15. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm down about 300 on Snap. So let's see what we can do here. Most of it doing to that naked, most of it doing to this naked put that I bought here. So if you learn any lesson from this, even though I'm losing, most of the loss came from buying premium. So if you learned anything from this, most of it is because I bought premium. So you need to chill. Okay, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna wait a little bit on Snap. See what happens with it. I don't need to take it off like immediately or anything like that. But we're looking a little red here. CMG, I'm not really down this much. I don't know. It's because the bid and the ask are so wide. The most amount I can lose on CMG is $196. That's the most that I can lose because it's a debit spread. So, you know, when it calculates, if you're a new trader and it calculates it all crazy like this, it's because you're trading illiquid options, and I was trading liquid option. The bid and the ask is rather wide, so then that's why a lot of new traders will message me and say, "Hey, it's showing I'm losing more money than I put in and on a debit spread." And essentially, the platforms will get it wrong. You have to understand option pricing and be good at that, and understanding what you put in and understanding what the costs are and what things mean. And this won't scare you. You're like, oh, I thought I could only lose $196, and here I am losing $400, $500. It's not. The platform is wrong. The platform is wrong. You can only lose what you put in on a debit spread. Man, Netflix is cracking. Netflix is cracking. USO's up 6. Wow. Snap is still trying to move up a little bit. We got the V-neck, baby. Yo, Nate, what's going on? If I missed you, if you just joined, comment below, say what up, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. If you guys hit the like, it's a free way of letting YouTube know, saying, hey, check out the videos. And guys, I launched this, I branched off while we're letting the price action do what it's doing here. I branched off the live stream a couple months ago. We're basically almost at 1,000 subscribers. So, thank you guys so much for the support. And I know that people have been asking me, I don't know if this is what you want me to do, but stream during market hours or not. I don't know. Do you think that's useful? Do you think people would watch? I've kind of been playing around with the idea. The reason why I've been hesitant to do it is because during the day I do a lot of other things, and that would restrict my freedom a little bit. But it appears that a lot of people are interested in that. A lot of people are interested in that. But I'm like, well, who wants to sit here with me for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours? I just didn't think that people would really want that. I'm like, okay, I'll do a live stream. People seem to enjoy that, and then I'll do I do my daily videos on the other channel. I used to a trading fraternity. I mean, I guess what's the benefit? What's the benefit? What I want to know is, what's the benefit to you guys for me to stream all day? Because I'm really trying to contemplate this. Doesn't have to be a continuous stream. Because it's like you guys are gonna be like watching me eat at my desk. I'm gonna be making trades. I'm gonna be making good trades. I'm gonna be losing money. I'll be making money. All of the above, but it seems that the UVH fam is growing pretty big. Trading Fraternity. I'll check them out. I'll check them out. You know, I'm all about people making content. You know, I'd say stream 2 hours at open, 1 hour at close. That's a good idea. Man, Netflix just got hit hard here. Knowing and learning how to and when to do puts or calls. Learn your thinking and executing on a trade. It's gonna make the viewer connect to the streamer. Yeah, I guess that, I mean, that's the one benefit that I've had, that the one thing that I've enjoyed about live streaming is I've really gotten to know everybody in the community. You know, outside of, you know, we'll inside of Discord, but also, you know, the amount of hours that I've streamed. I mean, I've been streaming. I used to stream on the other channel. I moved it over here. I've streamed hundreds of hours over the last. I started streaming, I think, like 2018. I started live streaming, and things really started to take off once I started a live stream. Yo, Netflix up a couple. Daniel up a couple hundred on Netflix. Congrats, man. USO reverse split next week? Possibly. Right now, USO stuck. Right now it's at 286, 287 USO right now. XOP's slamming me a little bit here. It's up to 46. Snap is moving up to 16 right now. Snap is trying to do some damage. And Netflix down 11 on the day though. That's crazy. Micah says a midday update stream. Seth, maybe just stream for the first 2 hours of open. I streamed the first, I guess I streamed the first 30 minutes. So I streamed 30 minutes before open and then 30 minutes into open. Watch you pull your hair out. Tony, 1 to 2 hours of open, then go get your me time. Yeah, the thing about me is, like, I'm more entrepreneurial, but at the same time I want to do things that benefit the community, you know. let's lose money with friends. Rodney agrees with Trevor. Look at it. Tom, you want to be careful with Facebook. So I'll cover Facebook here real quick. So Facebook is now, it was rejected yesterday. This was rejected. The trend line definitely broke yesterday, but now with Snap, it's back in line. So you want to be careful right here. 180. If this busts through, it could really rip to 190 area. So you want to be careful, especially if there's momentum. When's their earnings here? April 29th. So earnings are next week, 1 week from today. So people are looking at Snap, are going to be wanting to get into Facebook pre-earnings after it being so low. So be careful. Be careful with it. Playing Snap pullbacks. Let's see. I'm looking for a day trade on Netflix. So far we're maintaining a range. It's at the bottom of the range right now. You know, it did hit this area, bottom of the range. So if not, I really want to play the call side, but it may not come to fruition here. Let's see here. Okay. Yo, Tony, appreciate you. Roku calls. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at Roku. I haven't traded Roku in a minute, but now it's back above 100. I wasn't really trading it down in the 80s and 90s just because it was looking real suspect, and I never really believed that Roku could be up here in like the 180s and stuff before. But here we are, you know. But I do like Roku. It definitely could push the 130s again, so we can definitely watch that. I mean, yesterday just fell off a cliff here. Jeez. S&Ps, let's look at SPY real quick, see what SPY is doing. SPY is hitting 278 right now. You know, it doesn't look particularly strong here, but the range is getting tight. The range is getting tight. So, you know, when the range gets tight like that, it starts to develop what you see some sort of triangle, as you can start seeing it's kind of forming right now, a triangle. Eventually, we're going to break to the downside or to the upside pretty severely. So right now, the ranges are getting tight. USO up a little bit right now. It's up almost 3% right now. It's kind of deciding on what to do if you're trading USO. I do have some trades going for USO. I have some bullish trades, and what I'm going to do here, I do have the 3.5 puts that I'm up on. I do have, this is for June though. I am in January. I'm long USO for January. My thoughts were on these puts were basically for protection in the event that USO goes down to like $1 or less than $1. If not, I'm actually going to probably be turning these puts into put spreads and get a credit for them is kind of what I'm looking to do. USO implied volatility is up relatively high right now. So if this looks like it's going to recover, which I'm not sure it is yet, I'm going to turn these into put spreads and get some more premium on here. I'll start selling. So what I'll start to do is I'll sell, you know, 3 of these, right? 3 of these bad boys here. Not 4. We'll sell like three of these bad boys here to cover this. We'll do like the 4s, get a little bit more credit for it, turn it into a put spread. That's what I'm going to do. So that's the plan. That's why I'm letting these puts ride, because these 2 puts right here are mainly for protection on USO in the event USO goes a lot lower. If it starts to look like it's going to recover, I will turn these into put spreads to cover the loss of the puts and then get some credit for them. I'll probably go like $1 wide. I'll probably do the 4s and sell 3 of them. Keep it equal. Maybe I'll go up a little bit. You know, sell 5 of them, something like that. And then we can sell a couple more puts in June as well to cover the 3.5. We can start rolling these up a little bit. So that's overall my plan for USO. So you're like, oh, this stuff's going against you. Really, it's not. These are for protection. My original position was a bullish position on January 2021, and now I'm just playing defense on that for short term. You know, it looks like Snap is ripping even higher, so we're just chilling on that. Oh, he lost 7K on Netflix. Jeez. Blonde, what's going on? Yeah, I'm in the Discord all day, every day. I also in the Discord, if you guys are looking here, I have a place called Nick's Trades. I do post my trades in the Discord, so you can follow wins, losses, and it's really about, you know, staying accountable. You know, I do post losses in here. For me, it's not just about the wins; it's about the losses as well. So, you know, you can kind of go through my trades here. I have the dates, I have the timestamps. Everything is in here for when I put those trades on, took them off, and you can kind of take a look at that then in the Discord. If you're like, hey, I'm not really sure about this guy, you know, yes, I make money. Yes, I lose money. It's part of trading, you know. Oh man, yo, Cricket. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'll check the guy out, Cricket. I don't really, you know, if people are successful doing their thing, I think, you know, at the end of the day, who's this? Can't see what that says. At the end of the day, I mean, people gravitate towards different personalities. Some people like the way I do it, some things. Some people like other traders. I mean, you know, I try to limit my exposure to other traders just so it doesn't impact my bias on the market. So, you know, there's you know, it's kind of like gaming. If you guys watch any like gaming channels, you know, there's thousands. I mean, gaming is a lot more. There's a lot more people streaming gaming because it's a way barrier to entry. Trading is has a high barrier to entry because you got to put time in. You got to kind of know what you're talking about. You got to see what's going on with the market and be knowledgeable about a lot of different aspects about the market. But like if in gaming, you may watch this one streamer gaming, but not watch this other streamer because this other guy just pisses you off the whole time because all he does is complain. Like for me, I watch gamers, and I watch people play video games because I'm interested in that, and that's one thing I do. And there's just some people I can't watch. Not that they're not good at the game; they might be great at the game, but they're just like, man, this guy, I can't watch that. I just can't. I just can't. But you can't knock the hustle. People, the amount of work that goes into the live streams or even just the content in general on YouTube, because on top of just the trading, you're managing an entire community, you're managing the videos, you're putting time in, you're putting effort in, you're putting thought into the videos, and at least for me, maybe some people don't, maybe the people just think, oh, let's put this video out here, it's complete crap, but who cares? But for me, I know how much time and effort it takes to make a video live stream, and my goal at the end of the live stream or a video is for the person to be like, hey, I know something more than I did the last time. I know a little bit more today than I got a little piece of information, even if it was just maybe inspirational or motivational. Maybe I didn't teach you anything, but maybe it was motivational and it was allowing you to wanting to push forward. Because there's a lot in options trading. I've seen, with the UVH fam, I've seen people have humongous wins and then they've given it up. They blew up their accounts and like, oh, I quit. I'm like, listen, if you're going to put that time and energy into it and you've spent hundreds of hours and you feel like you're not successful, but you feel in your heart and in your soul you can do it, you can be profitable, you can make money, I want that person to keep pushing, because that's what it takes. I mean, you're going to have options trading. It's going to take blood, sweat, and tears to push through. It's not going to be easy. No one's just going to hand you $100 bill. You don't just be walking around the street and say, here's $5,000. You're going to have to take that from somebody. You're going to have to take that from a fund. You're going to have to take that. You're going to have to take that money. No one's going to give it to you. Apple's tanking. It looks like S&P SPY's dropping a little bit here. Kind of seeing what happens. Is Home Depot moving up? So I want to look into Home Depot again. Had a really great trade. Home Depot's not really moving up. We got on Home Depot, we have the new home sales tomorrow, along with weekly jobless claims. So that should be interesting. I might be playing the new home sales. I made $510 on Home Depot yesterday playing the existing home sales. So that was great. It was a 100% gainer yesterday. And then I'm going to be looking into trading probably Domino's. Just be careful with Domino's. It's not a very liquid stock, but I'm going to be looking at trading at Domino's at some point today, probably to the long side. However, it is already running $13 up to the upside based on Chipotle running. Chipotle is currently up $51. Chipotle kind of gave some up a little bit. I'm hoping Snapchat will give some up too here, but it's just not fading. So we're gonna wait. Let's see what's premium coming out on Snapchat, because I'm down a little bit money now. I'm gonna have to day trade my way out of this mess. I mean, pretty much my biggest loser right now is Snapchat, and down 372. I was already down on Chipotle, so I didn't really care too much about that. But I'm down severely on Snapchat, so I'm gonna have to do a couple day trades to get this $300 back. Probably not on Snapchat, but we'll see. My call spreads for next week, I'm going to hang on to these call spreads, rather wide. We're kind of deep in the money right now on the put side. So if we can get this to move down a little bit, would be ideal. But yeah, premium got smashed in here. This was at like over 200%. Now it's at 150%. Let's see, Netflix, they smashed premium in here too. Netflix premium still not smashed. So Netflix premium still pretty high. Yeah, Cup. I'm gonna look probably end of day Domino's. I might sell some put spreads. I might sell some premium in Domino's. Right now it's at 152% IV, so I'm gonna be looking at that. Probably selling some premium. Shouldn't have bought that naked put, but I thought I could maximize it. Should have just went with the credit spreads. Should have just stuck with the credit on Snap. Premium was way too high. That was my mistake. Took a few hundred off Netflix. I got to work so I couldn't watch it any longer. No worries, Daniel. Energy is the biggest gainer. We watched an XLE. All right, we got XOP dropping a little bit. I need XOP to drop a little bit here. XOP, XLE. XLE's up 3.62. So this is the energy. It's pushed up, but it still looks pretty bearish to me, guys. I mean, I don't know about you. It looks pretty bearish to me, XLE. I mean, hit a pretty big rejection here at 34. XLE and XOP are kind of coming down a little bit. XOP is up 3.88%. Let's see here. What's oil? Oil's back up to 15. Oil's ripping. However, oil is set to closing positions only on all platforms. Like you can't trade CL anymore for June expiration. And the reason for that, and they talked about it on Tastyworks yesterday, is because they said that their platform doesn't have the ability to calculate negative pricing. Yes, they said 90% of it is risk. They want people to not be risking a lot of money. But the other 10% of it is because in Thinkorswim and in Tastyworks, they didn't calculate oil to go negative pricing. So their platform can't handle negative pricing. Christine V, Tyrosine Red. You're talking about your portfolio? Or are you talking about the market? What's a good percent? So when I'm talking about implied volatility, like on the weeklies here, let me just kind of give you an example. Like Snap right now, anything really over 100%, even 80%. 80% is high. 80% is high. 131% high implied volatility. That's high. Pretty ripe for selling premium in there. Now, if you go to a stock like Coke, this is relatively low. 46%. So it's like if you're a premium seller, like if you're trying to sell some premium, I pretty much I'm not set in any one way. I mean, some people are like, oh, I only short premium or I only buy premium. I just do whatever's fit. It's called options. You're given options for a reason to be able to use whatever strategy you are, because you're not going to have a cookie cutter way to make money in the market. I'm sorry. You're going to have to implement different strategies over different market conditions. So yes, I sell premium. Yes, I buy premium. I'll do whatever it takes and whatever I think will make money in the market for if I'm interested in a stock. But if you're looking at Coke, 46%, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be selling premium in Coke when there's easier targets like Snapchat right now with 131%, or like Netflix. Netflix came down quite a bit. It's coming down now, 93%. However, it's basically moving up a little bit, kind of flattish. But I want to try to play a rebound on Netflix. If Netflix can rebound, but S&P is not helping it right now. Things are coming down a little bit. We can maybe do like a pairs trade, short Dow, long Nasdaq. Does anyone here do like any pairs trades? Like, I haven't done one in a long time, but short Dow, long Nasdaq might be good. All right, XOP's finally kind of trying to crap out a little bit here. That's what I like to see. Snapchat not liking this. I need it below. Come on. I need Snap to come to like 14 so I can break even on some of this stuff here. I need 14 is what I'm looking for. My target is 14 right now on Snap. USO dropped. Yeah, energy's going down. XOP's going down. Oh, oil got clapped here too. It pushed 16 now down to 14. I think we got to be careful here, guys. It's going to be violent. It's definitely going to be violent today. Ariana looking at Apple long 272. Be careful. Be careful. Caught the dip on Nvidia. Quick scalp 801. One contract made $400. Oh man, nice. Nice. Yeah, right now I'm not trying to get too aggressive because I really want to set up a great trade to get this money back from Snap. Is what I'm trying to do here. Netflix looks like it wants to push. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. So what I'm going to do here, looks like we're going to have a little bit of recovery on Netflix, or we'll see what happens now that they're taking premium down. Let's see what some of this pricing is here. Here we go. Like I was saying, this should be around $10. These were $20. Now they're only like 11, 12 bucks. So that's what. Remember, I was saying that earlier today, guys. At before market open, I was saying these should be, probably around $10. These are like 11, 12 bucks now, at the money. So they really cut the premiums. Look at this. The premiums down 40% on the put side, down 60% on the call side. So we could get a really good deal on the calls today. That's why I wanted to play the calls if we can get some upside momentum. But it's looking kind of weak right now. Both cheeks clapped. Yeah, Ariana. Yeah, you wanna. If you're trading the weeklies, you want to scalp that. Like for Netflix, I'm just looking for a little scalp trade here. Nothing serious. Make a couple $100, rotate that out. Because right now I'm going to be down about 300 on the day, so I need to get back to break even. Sorry to hear that, Preston. Yeah, USO is coming down quite a bit. What's implied volatility? Implied volatility is still relatively high. We got 475% on the weeklies, 402% for next week. Man, these are the more it drops, the more it's gonna go. The more it's gonna go up. But yeah, we're gonna have to play some defense right now. Down 342 on Snap. Gonna have to figure this out. Just because you take a loss, like yesterday I was up $700 at open. This morning I'm down like $400. Doesn't mean it's over. What you need to do is not panic and just take it easy. Think clearly. You'll be able to make money. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is if Netflix can break out of range here, if we can get Netflix above the 430 area, we're looking to push forward here. I don't want it to get rejected up in here, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on Netflix and see what happens. But that's what I'm looking for, day trade. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna be in the Discord, so hit me up in there. We'll be talking, we'll be trading. I'll think about the different options for going live throughout the day. I'm gonna be thinking about that. But you guys, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.